I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you.
So here is Saul Canelo Alvarez, a four-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth, heaven on earth.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. The straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do you train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Lucky that hook didn't score. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Wow, it was like two.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
That punch scores. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with the left hook. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. On to the third. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. The jab doesn't quite connect. Good counter punching. This fight has a real good flow to it. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's a counter shot. That punch landed. That counter punch caught him clean. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. From this moment forward, back at it in round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Couldn't land that jab. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Can't find a home with that jab. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Neither one of these these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Following Alvarez in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you.
Don't worry about that round. Let's go out, bro.
There's the bell to start round 5. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Taj, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. So much firepower here. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Beautiful counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Following Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute.
Into the fight, you're much better than this guy.
And there's the bell for round 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
That counter shot lands. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. You'd like to see more jabs. What do you think of what we've seen? Whoa, wait a minute! We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What are they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice defense on that hook. He misses with that jab. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Following Alvarez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Come on, breathe. Switch on, switch.
Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Catch and shoot. He missed with that jab. Some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here. And the referee's going to allow them to fight. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. All right, Alvarez in that.
What's he doing?
And we enter the 8th round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Which fighter will say no mas? When are we going to see a jab from these two? They exchange punches. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You gotta like what you're seeing. Hold that thought! Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are right.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up.
Oh my word, down goes RJJ. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
A shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Another win, another...